Now, I hope everyone is ready for another wild slot session because I'm once again going to be running it playing some Reels and Wheels Classic, which is honestly one of my favorite games, guys. Starting with a 1K roll and getting this close to about 3,000 in about 15 minutes of playing. I'm also going to go over top 5 beginner mistakes to avoid when you're playing online slots that I've had to learn, the hard way over the years. And we did actually go into the bonus round pretty quick here, doing $10, which is nice. All right, but anyways, stick around to the end, guys. But I want to get into these tips real quick. And the first thing here is that you need to be playing games with a high RTP, which just stands for return to player percentage. Now, the reality of playing these games is that there's a lot of garbage games that you can play, and you want to stay away from those. I typically stick to the games that I have good success with, and I just kind of just share my results. And tell you what, that was actually really nice there. We hit that $800 win just to start things off. Next thing you got to understand is you don't want to be chasing losses by playing bigger. That is something that I've had to learn the hard way. When you guys are seeing me play with, basically these like sort of large amounts, I do have a limit of really right around like 10,000 for the month. If I lose more than 10,000, I kind of just like quit for the month and then I reset on the first, which brings me to the next point, not setting limits when you're playing. This is super important. It's different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is you could play these games with like $100 or $200. You don't need to go crazy because you could actually grow a small role playing the right games. And then the next thing, not cashing out when you have a huge win and then just playing with house money. This is something I've had to learn the hard way. But if you have a significant win and it's really big for you, you know what I'm saying? Definitely get that money off the site, play with house money, and you'll thank yourself later. And then really the last thing is that ignoring pay lines and potential jackpot prizes for the game that you're currently playing. Now, this game is definitely one of my favorites. That's why I play it all the time, but you can see that it's got a really nice jackpot wheel prize in the bottom left-hand corner if you guys can hit it. And that's why, I also love playing this game. I have hit the Vegas on Reels before, not too long ago, actually, for like 70K. It was really nice. Of course, as I'm getting more into this too, I also wanted to let you guys know that you can join our community and newsletter where you can see some behind the scene jackpots and more of, how I play these games, really behind the scenes, and a lot of other cool stuff. So there's going to be some links below in either the description or comment for section for that. And, please check it out because I think it's going to be useful for a lot of you. Plus, I'm really trying to grow the slot community. Also, if you guys could tap the like and let's run damn slots one more time. Let's run damn slots, right? Okay, all right. So, yeah, things going pretty good to start off here. Obviously, we're back into the bonus round, which is nice. And I actually just played this slot session over the weekend, so thought it'd be a fun one to go over. And, of course, we got a little bit of a small one right there. It is what it is. Another nice thing about this slot session is that I actually was betting pretty small. I didn't have to really raise it up too much here. We basically doubled up doing $10, hitting that nice $800 wheel multiplier, which is pretty nice. Kind of just coasting at this point. Now, I did actually get up to 100 to spin at one point in this. And then we kind of started to chop sideways a little bit. But, I have my own way of playing these games, like I said, and you guys can learn more about that by joining the community newsletter below, like I said. Anyways, still chugging along here. Now I did raise it to 50. So instead of going from 10 to 20, I went to 50 just because, willing to risk it a little bit more here. I think that was, 250 or 300? Ooh, 300, okay, we'll take it. Now, it would be nice to go into the bonus game right there, but I adjusted it, dropped it back down to 10, kind of protecting, my profits a little bit here. But I am going to be adjusting as we kind of like go along here. All right, $40. $40, we'll take it. We'll bake it, whatever. Bake it, take it. Looking for another bonus wheel. Just missed it right there. A little bit of a tease. A little bit of a tease. Come on, bonus wheel. All right, we got the cherries. All right, 40. Now I think I'm gonna raise it up here pretty soon. Come on, bonus wheel. All right, here we go. All right, back to 50. All right, so going down a little bit, but we're still way up in profit at this point. So I'm okay with upping it a bit here. Potentially getting a big multi. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. See, that's why I raised it up. Look at that. Oh, man, licking the lips. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Continue watching this to the end, but, I keep reiterating, man, get on the newsletter, join the community, guys, and let's continue running damn slots.
you